Golf Inc. magazine came out with their list of the most powerful people in golf in 2025. And this is my list of the real powerful people in the world of golf, what I call the most influential people in golf. So their list, just to give you an idea of what they have going on with their list, they are listing like CEOs, like of Troon, Kemper Sports, Invited, Arcus, and the list goes on and on and on. But it's primarily golf company CEOs, PGA of America president, CEO, that kind of list. CEO of the USGA. You get the idea. However, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, please leave your comments down below and let me know who you think should have been on this list that you're listening to today, who should be on there in the top 10 if we miss them. All right. So I want to hear from you because I think my list is the real top most influential people in the world of golf. Here is my criteria for selecting the list. One is you have to had massive views in 2025. All right. So you just had to be a huge footprint, but we're sticking with long form content. So Instagram, TikTok, shorts, that kind of stuff. I didn't include that because it's easy to kind of manipulate that system and just goose it many, many ways. I look at it as that's candy. That's a sugar fix, a quick hit. It's not a meal, right? It doesn't really move the game, influence the game. It's just, I want a quick look at something. So those are out. So it's got to be long form content and tons of engagement from fans. So you may have gotten millions and millions of views on long form YouTube, but if the engagement isn't there, you're out. And engagement, I mean, you can tell. Like, if you have millions of views, but the number of comments don't equal other creators with the exact same amount of views, then I suspect there might be something fishy going on. I don't know for sure, so I'm not going to call you out and say you're goosing the numbers, but I'm just not going to include you as the most influential people because we just don't know. There could be something going on. If a random dude shows up at a chess tournament and he's beating grandmasters, people are going to say there might be something going on here. We might not be able to prove it, but something's happening because that just isn't a normal thing. So engagement is a key factor for the list that I have. And also others have to be reporting on you during the year, like me and others, because you're doing stuff that's capturing attention, not only from fans all over the world, but those of us who kind of report on it, whether it's me or anybody else or, network television stuff is covering what you're doing in the world of golf, then you're included. So we're about to jump in. I am going to mention 3 notables that aren't on my list. So, and why we left them off. So that is Paige Spiranac, Luke Kwan, and Melosi. They got a lot of coverage recently because of the Internet Invitational. However, we left them off because they weren't, let's say, per the criteria, 2025, they weren't in the massive view engagement zone for the whole year. It's just kind of the last month or so. So they're out. You got to have like a long track record for the year. All right. So we're going to go from my list of 10 to 1, and you let me know if you agree, disagree, if we left anyone off, or if you reorder anything. Really appreciate your comments. Fun thing to do towards the end of the year is dive into this kind of stuff. Coming in at number 10, I have none other than Phil Mickelson. He started his Phil Mickelson the High Flyers channel basically a year ago. He's nearly reached 500,000 subscribers on YouTube, almost as much as the Mr. Short Game main channel, but not quite. But I'm sure he'll get there soon. Okay. Anyways, just kidding. It's true, though. All right, but Phil crushes it, right? He's massive collaborations with Grant Horvat, among others. He does something, it creates a lot of interest, and he is engaging to watch. So Phil is still one of the top most influential people in the world of golf, in my opinion. Number 9 could be controversial, but I think I could back it up. I'm going with the granddaughter of the current president, Kai Trump. She has come on the scene over the last year. She does a ton of content, not always golf, but when she does the golf content, golfers pay attention. One, she's a good golfer, 18-year-old. She'll be going to the University of Miami in the fall 2026. So she's got some game. She played on the LPGA event recently. Missed the cut, obviously finished dead last, but I mean, who wouldn't finish dead last? Nonetheless, she is an advertiser's dream. TaylorMade picked her up, and from what I understand, like TaylorMade dumped another creator to get her. Like they were like, we want her, not the other one. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what I don't know. All roads lead to Rome. But she is crushing it in the world of long-form views in the golf space. So congratulations. I think regardless, good or bad, she's getting massive views. She has millions of subscribers, or whatever it is. She's crushing it, right? So number 9 on the list. Number 8, and I would say 8 by barely, but ahead of her is none other than the Masters champion, Rory McIlroy. Not only did he win the Masters, don't forget, he won the Players Championship earlier this year too. So had a stellar year. Yeah, Scottie Scheffler won 2 majors, but Scotty's not on the list. Rory is, because no matter what he does, he makes a quote, a comment, whatever, we comment on it. He gets tons of engagement because he's likable, and a lot of people like to not like him. So it's kind of a love-hate relationship everybody has with Rory. Regardless, he's exciting to watch and great for the game, and he's number 8 on the list of most influential golfers of 2025. Ahead of him at number 7, you may not know this person, but he is Chad Mumm. Okay, this guy came on the scene. He started like Vox Media, Vox Studio, and he did a lot of did a lot of stuff in the world of media, and he became the executive producer of Full Swing, which was the docuseries on Netflix. So he's done that. He also founded Pro Shop Holding. That's a studio with it. They make golf content. He's acquired Scratch Golf. He is the co-producer of Happy Gilmore 2, and he just did the ultra non-viewed Skins game. So a little look, you can't hit a home run every time you go up to the plate, Chad. So nonetheless, you're doing stuff, and the guy keeps coming out swinging. So good job, Chad Mumm, number 7 on the list for 2025. Number 6. This is, thanks so much for being a part of the podcast here. This episode is brought to us by our good friends at SkyTrack. If you're in the market for a home launch monitor, then go to skytrack.com, check out what they have there. They've got SkyTrack ST Max, they got full simulator packages, they've got launch monitors, they've got a lot of different options for you there. If you use the code, I'll leave a link to there with the code to use, the Mr. Short Game code, you get a nice discount. I mean, we're talking hundreds of dollars of savings depending on what you buy. So get a nice discount from SkyTrack for your home-based practice. It's fantastic. So give them a check out in the link in the video description below, and make sure you use the Mr. Short Game code. The Bryan brothers, George and Wesley. I'll tell you what, they've gotten massive views for 2025. Huge. And the Wesley Bryan suspension from the PGA Tour was a blessing. And it wasn't a blessing in disguise. It was just a flat out blessing, because they went head first, dived all the way into the YouTube space, and they have been crushing it. Their breakout video really was the $100,000 Skins game that they did, sent them to the moon, but they also do massive collaborations with a number of people. So when they do something, people watch it and they talk about it and then they keep watching it. So congratulations, number 6 on the list. Now here we go, the top 5 most influential golf people in the golf space 2025. Number 5, I picked Robbie Berger, the head honcho there at Bob Does Sports. They currently are getting like 2.5 million views per week on their YouTube channel. So their long form content, stellar. They capture that audience of men who just like to have a good time, party, and play bad golf. And that's like 95% of all golfers. So they are hitting a segment of golf that's huge. So whatever they do, it's a home run. And Robbie was instrumental in that in an Internet Invitational, huge hit. So he was a big partner with that, does a lot of collaborations with a lot of people. So he really is kind of the spearhead of Bob Does Sports, obviously, and he put together a phenomenal crew there. So he is number 5 on the list. Number 4, and I debated on this a little bit, like, where does this guy go in the list? Does he, because we might think he's new on the scene, but he's not new on the scene. He's been behind the scenes for quite some time. That is Dave Portnoy, founder of Barstool Sports, Barstool Golf, Foreplay Golf. Like, he's the man behind the scenes. Like, he funded that thing, Barstool Foreplay Golf, before it was making any money. So he had to kind of trust and risk a lot, and he did. And as we all know, the Internet Invitational currently has about like 24 million views in those 6 episodes. I mean, he got 48 golfers together and created a phenomenal product, a show that is a juggernaut that just rock and rolled into outer space. So Dave Portnoy, he is one of the most influential people in the world of golf this year. Ahead of him, and again, disagree, agree, I don't know, but this guy has been rocking and rolling for a long time. So steady and making big moves. That's Matt Kendrick, Good Golf. So it's good, but Matt Kendrick, I'm putting him as kind of the man behind the scenes, pulling the strings, making deals happen for Good. Yeah, Good. I would say they're in front of the camera, making all the excitement of the content. But behind the scenes, he makes deals with Callaway. He made deals with Golf Channel, NBC. He made a deal to bring back The Big Break. After years off the air, one of the best shows ever on Golf Channel, because of Matt Kendrick and the things he's doing, they raised millions and millions of dollars and partnered, like they had the investment group. Like, he's doing all the back end work that we don't see, but makes Good a huge force in the world of golf. So Kendrick, he might be higher on the list, but I have him at number 3. Number 2, you might have guessed it, we're going with Grant Horvat. I mean, he won the Creator Classic last year at TPC Sawgrass, right? With that putt on the 17th, the Island Green. Like, he has that. He's a great player. Everything he touches seems to turn to gold. He's an advertiser's just dream. He does the Cut Series with the Bryan Bros, hugely successful. He does the matches with Phil Mickelson, massively successful. He collaborates with huge stars, tour pros, musicians, athletes. Basically, he's kind of, when he puts a video out there, it's high production quality. It reaches millions and millions of people. And a lot of people talk about him all over the place on social media and platforms. Everywhere you go, he's kind of like the number 1 guy out there. Well, he's number 2, most influential. Number 1, you might have guessed it. Yes, it is the man himself, Bryson DeChambeau. Over 253 million views in 2025 on his channel. His Break 50 series is one of the top golf series of all time. Him trying to break course records is hugely successful. He also collaborates with not only the biggest names in golf, but like the biggest names in anything. right? Celebrities, athletes, whatever. He's collaborating with everybody and making huge videos. So that's my top 10 of the most influential people in the world of golf for this year. Let me know your thoughts down below. See you guys soon.